All right, what's up guys? This is Ryan and this is a 7-month update on my recovery from a ruptured patellar tendon. I had a complete rupture of my left patellar tendon and then had it surgically repaired about 7 months ago. Been bringing out videos most weeks since that time, just to give you guys something to follow along with, give you some ideas on maybe what you can expect, and maybe even some ideas on things you can do for recovery, you know, while you're at home. So the condition of my knee, it continues to improve. I'm going to try to show you some shots here of it and just sort of give you an idea of where it's at. All right, so in terms of just the shape of my knee, you know, it doesn't look the same, but it seems to still be making improvements. And, you know, my quad itself is starting to come back. It's still smaller than the other side. I do think that as the quad comes back, it'll actually make the knee look a little more normal. It may never look totally normal, but you know, if it comes back to looking, you know, reasonably normal, I think that'll be good. So as far as continuing issues, I don't have many. I have mentioned over the last couple months just a couple of the issues that I have. One of them is like a little fluid collection, a little cyst around the back of my knee. And that, I think I was in my 5-month video, I showed that, and that's actually improving some. It's still there. It's not as, it seems softer than it was before. I don't notice it at all. Before I did notice it, I'd walk, I could feel it a little tight behind my knee. My understanding is that's actually a pretty normal issue after you know, maybe any knee injury and surgery, but this one in particular, just from what I've heard. Some people it'll go away, some people it won't. You have to go down. If it doesn't go away, you can go in and have them put a needle in there and pull the fluid out. The only issue with that is a lot of times you do something like that and then it just fills right back up. And so you know, do you want to keep doing that? I don't know. Other issues that I mentioned in the past would be, you know, if I have my legs suspended, so not supported underneath, like on a leg extension, and then I go to extend it, it's uncomfortable, and that's actually getting quite a bit more comfortable. The only times I now notice are after I've done my leg workouts and my legs are really fatigued, I notice it, and then if it's in a really bent position, maybe like this for a long period of time, and then I go to straighten it out. And the only time I ever really do that would be, you know, if I'm driving, if I'm on the freeway for 20 minutes, half hour like this, and then I drive a manual transmission. So when I go to pull off the freeway and I got to actuate the clutch, I got to lift my leg up like that. You know, I'll notice it a little bit. But overall, that seems to be getting better too. And so probably the biggest issue that I'm still having is just my ability to squat to depth with weight, you know, with any kind of load. That's also progressing. And so if you've watched my videos before, one of the things that you'll notice is that I'm generally doing my squats onto a box. And what a box does is it basically takes the tension off at the very bottom of the squat. So the isometric portion of the squat, right? In between going down and coming back up. It's probably the most strenuous part of the squat on your knee. And so if you do it onto a box, it takes that away. And I think that's a great idea, you know, in the beginning, but at some point you've got to transition over to doing a regular squat. And so I've been working on that, and I just set my rack up where I'm still not going that deep. I put my safety straps up kind of high and just do some squats there, and actually felt pretty good. Again, I'm able to do front squats better than back squats. I'm not sure why that is, but maybe it's just the position it puts me in. In general, my workouts have been good, but I have had to pull back the volume a little bit this week. Spent the last couple weeks really, a lot longer than that, but I've been exerting myself more. But I've been in the gym. I've been in a basketball court with my son. He's 14. He's trying to make his high school basketball team. He's a freshman. And so I've been out in the gym helping him a ton. You know, I'm playing defense, I'm chasing down balls, I'm getting rebounds for him so he can shoot, stuff like that. And so, you know, I'm doing that for 90 minutes to a couple hours a day. And then, you know, when I have to do that and then try to come in and do my workouts haven't been quite as good because of that. I think this is the last week of that. Tryouts are next week. So I'll be back to normal. I will say that when I'm in the gym and I'm chasing down balls and running and playing defense against them, my knee feels better than ever. So it's making huge improvements in that area. One thing that I do notice is I'm in there for an hour and I'm working hard. By the time, you know, an hour goes by, my uninjured leg is actually more fatigued than my injured leg. And so that indicates that even though I'm trying really hard not to bias towards that leg, I am. And so that's an ongoing issue. And that's something that, you know, I think is I mean, it's obviously subconscious. I'm trying hard not to do it, but it's still happening. And that's something I think probably everybody has to deal with. But making huge progress. Want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you got anything out of it, hit the like button. If you want to keep following along, hit the subscribe button. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon.